big, Sharky, and dispatched that. Lovely shot. Step down the wicket, no doubt.
Well, he got a lot of bottom hand underneath that one.
Yeah, it was nicely done. The ball moving quickly on to 48. Just by comparison, it's 45 for 4 after 6 overs. So they are moving nicely towards their target of 175. The run rate is ahead of the required run rate, and there's the comparison. Jack Lancashire, who emerged from the deep of the scaffold, is getting ready to come on. Oh, there's an opportunity there. I think that just fell short.
Just have a look at this one again, just short. But they'll like the fact that creating chances, half chances. This time, Bertel just getting that one away. It's been such a good start by Bertel and Sharky with him.
Scampering through quickly for the single. Don't want to miss any chances to pick up a run along the way.
Well, they'll skedaddle when they have to.
There's the reverse. Oh, that's beautifully done. That's with a dive, but he couldn't stop that. That's a lovely, lovely piece of cricket.
And you can just hear the crowd who might have been just a little bit sleepy in this hot sunshine come alive with that.
50 is up, 53 for 1. It's the other way. There's a man out there, slight misfield. Will be brought in by Zulfikar. Quickly through for 2.
Well ahead of the run rate required at the moment. Nepal, 50's come up already. But you always know that something is around the corner.
There's the same shot. To the same fielder. There's a few more have joined.
Well ahead of the run rate required at the moment. Nepal, 50's come up already. But you always know that something is around the corner.
There's the same shot. To the same fielder. There's a few more have joined us here at Titwood. Bertel fan there. Nice retro Arsenal jersey as well. He's opened that up, it's high in there. There's a man coming round, but Crows won't get there. Couple of bounces. And to the boundary it goes. That was a really good over. They're pushing on well, Nepal. 60 for 1 after 6. Well, the Dutch, without Vivian Kingma, pace bowler who injured himself yesterday. Also not in the team today, Teja Nidamanura, who bowled so well against the Scots.
I lost Paul Van Makeren as well.
Yep. So they had enough runs yesterday to play with to try and move things around to stop that Scottish chase. Well, so far, Fletcher, Durham, Lancashire, and Van der Merwe.
Yeah, so mostly focusing on spin again today. Of course, I have got Michael Levitt as well, who can come in with his medium pace. Might be a day when we see a lot more pace off the ball. Has been coming on nicely to the bat.
Sharkey will be 22 off 11, so he's getting the scoreboard moving nicely. Burtell has faced 23 for his 31.
And I can just hear the first cymbals of the day.
Nicely through between mid-wicket and mid-on.
It's been good so far from Van der Merwe. There we go. All ready to rock and roll.
Little chop, and again single. Well, that's nice from the Dutchman, just 5 from that over. 65 for 1 after 7. Nepal ahead of the run rate. Well, you can understand people wanted to come out and watch cricket on such a beautiful day. Places in the shade have been the place to get to. And the seats taken and dragged back just that little bit to get out the direct sunshine. And if you can't get out the direct sunshine, have a little refreshment along the way. $110 required, 78 to come. Second over for Zach Lancashire. There's a big gap there. It really is just for a single. No Crows in quickly.
They've just put themselves into such a good position, Nepal, by taking on the power play. And pressure now right on Netherlands, because they need to get stuck into the wickets, try and take a piece out of this bowling lineup.
That is a beautiful drive. Nicely done, Burtell. Just cracked that off through the covers and all the way for 4.
Well, use the feet inside out, carved away. A lovely shot in the end.
There's the square cut. Might be finding the boundary. It's close. It's good fielding work, good double teaming, and it's he'll get the ball back in. And they will come across nicely. That's good running as well. Don't presume the ball's going to the boundary. That's a good 3.
Yeah, terrific running as well to be able to get the third in. But runs are just flowing a little bit too easily at the moment. They need to find a way to turn the tap off, the Netherlands.
50 partnership up, 51 and 29 balls, 25, 24 with 2 extras.
Of just how quick they are between the wickets. And probably, I don't know if we've even got the fastest. Podal and Vendra Singh they are lightning. It almost seems like it's 18 yards instead of 22.
Covered well from the loss. Oh, Sheikh for 7. There's the reverse sweep. It's in the air and it just bounces short. They'll try the run out instead. And it's not to be. So moments of excitement, but not a second wicket to fall as yet. 76 for 1 after 8. Well, there's the comparison for the Worm. Those 2 wickets after the 50th over just brought the Dutch back that little bit.
Well, it's been a terrific partnership from Nepal. Just need to keep it going. Really solid from both Patel and Sharkey. They've been very aggressive. They've backed up the shots with terrific running between the wickets as well.
Oh, he's bowled him. Absolutely got him. All ends up, and Sharkey on his debut is back to the pavilion, bowled by Van der Merwe. It's exactly what the Dutch needed to break up that partnership of 54, and the second wicket has fallen.
Wow, Roelof van der Merwe, he is never far away from the action. Tossed it up wide of off stump, and he just gets the inside edge, and there's the double fist pump from the Bulldog. Wears his heart on his sleeve. And it's a second wicket to fall. Makes things a little bit interesting.
Well, they certainly needed that just to peg back this Nepalese team. Here comes the skipper, Rohit Patel. Vastly experienced. And it's quite a good position to be coming in at, to be fair. 76 for 2. Van der Merwe making the breakthrough for the Dutch.
He's just such a fierce competitor. Van der Merwe. Look at the double fist pump. He's famous for it. Just loves his cricket. The age of 40, still going strong. No plans to retire. Wants to get to another World Cup. Would love nothing more to head to Sri Lanka and India early next year. But they need to keep going, the Netherlands, because Nepal are just cruising this one at the moment. They are well above the run rate required. 8 wickets in hand. The captain's just come to the crease. Patel is well set. This is the kind of situation that I love to set up.
Down to backward point. Well, if you're a batter, you fancy your chances here. As I say, the skipper's come in at a good time. If he can build an innings, Patel's done well. 39.
We saw such a great innings from Michael Levitt earlier, but from Patel, this has been outstanding as well. He's got off to a fantastic start.
Swept away on the leg side, but that'll be returned by deep mid-wicket. Just came round.
Six boundaries so far for Bertel. No sixes, so it's a different innings to what we saw from Levitt.
Cuts that one away. There is cover. Deep point brings that in. This is finely balanced. Nepal 80 for 2 after 9. So there's the run route graphic from Titwood in Glasgow. South side of Glasgow. It's been a beautiful day for cricket. We'll tie up this tournament tomorrow when Scotland face Nepal. This is the last match for the Dutch before the European qualifiers, which take place from the 5th to the 11th of July. They take place in the Netherlands for the World Cup in 2026. A lot of good cricket to be played there.
That certainly is. Scotland, Netherlands, Jersey, Guernsey and Italy all fighting it out for 2 places at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka next year. Nepal, one of 9 teams taking place in qualifiers that include East Asia Pacific.
Singh dispatched for a single. And his opening ball.
We used to have like a global qualifier for the T20 World Cup, but changed a few years back, so now it's all done through regional qualifiers.
Singing again, bounces that one through, just turned off the legs. Square leg, it's a deeper square leg, so they'll come in and cover. Yeah, the qualifiers, just, we're enjoying the cricket here, the players are enjoying the cricket here, but when you get to that qualifying stage, it just goes up another notch. And it's wonderful to watch.
Oh, they're brutal. Believe you me, they are brutal, those tournaments.
Straight back down the middle, so the run rate just a little bit short of the required, just a little short of 9. In terms of comparison, the Dutch were on 96 at this stage, but remember, Michael Levitt was dispatching a good few to the boundary. Bertel is in a similar position to press the accelerator. There's 2 in it because there's nobody at the stumps. That would have to be a direct out, or they'd have to go down the other way.
But it's brilliant running between the wickets. You saw how quick they are. Rohit out there now, he is one of their quickest. And because Singh had come back, he'd left the bowler's end unattended. And the throw had to come in. It was a good throw as well. But they put so much pressure on the field. And you do sometimes then start to see the little mistakes creep in because they become frantic.
That's dispatched. There's an opportunity. Across has dropped it. He's been so good at that position on the deep backward point, but he puts that one down.
Well, he took 3 catches out in the deep. And he was on the run, but couldn't take that one in.
Well, normally a safe pair of hands. He was brilliant yesterday. That chance put down. Bertel survives. Pordell on strike. That's going to go all the way. Fine legs going to try and stop that. Gets in there and ends up getting tangled in the ropes. No way through for Daniel Durham on that occasion. No, just proved a little bit expensive. Could have been also different. 89 for 2 after 10.
You're a small business owner. You don't have time to waste. That's why you go to Biz2 Credit for funding. Our simple application makes it easy to get fast financing. Time for funding?
Time for Biz2 Credit.
Noah Crows has been really impressive, but the drop was the problem. And you cannot say that they're not trying out there. Durham was terrific. He's now coming on to bolt. His second over. Quickly done.
That is incredible. That running between the wickets, this is what they do. That's gone straight to the fielder on the ring, and they've still managed to get a single. This is what we see them at their best. They're not necessarily hitting the big sixes, the bombs that we saw from Levitt, but they get so many singles.
Round the corner. And it will just be a single. Michael Levitt.
This is what we saw them do in the one-day series as well, and they just put so much pressure on the fielders and then start creeping in, trying to desperately to cut off those scoring options. But they just get singles where batters shouldn't get singles by rights.
He lofts it, but that was safe. You could see it already read the field. They knew that that was going to be okay. And Bertel moves on to 48.
Yeah, gets the 2 there. Again, they turn ones into 2s. And that is one reason that that run rate is going northwards. You know, they're cruising this in at the moment.
That's in there. That one is in there a long time, but it is short. Oh, you could see this thing was scampering in, but also from our position you could see he was never going to get there. Martel moves to 49. Padel again just clipped off the legs. Ben Fletcher.
Better over from Durham.
There's the half century. Nicely through from Michel Bertel. Hits the 50. 96 for 2. 9 overs to come.
Technology offers the knowledge of equanimity and a harmonious way of living. Embrace the positive energy the universe ensures for you. Always trust that you deserve a fulfilling and a joyous life. Call me today and get to know the path of success waiting for you.
Well, that's the way the match has unfolded so far. Netherlands putting on 174 for 7, thanks largely to that magnificent 86 of just 53 balls from Michael Levitt. But Bertel has already got to his 50 off 38. It's been a very different innings to what we saw when Michael Levitt was at the crease. He was getting the ball to fly, but Buttel and Rowett, well, they have feet of flames. They've been up and down that wicket, herring at great pace. It's what we've come to expect from this Nepal side. They're so quick between the wickets. It's just a marvel to watch.
Zach Lancashire continues. Just stroked away.
You just look at that equation, the 78 of 53. It's the wickets in hand. 8 wickets in hand. This, even if they lost, 2 or 3, even 4, but kept that run rate up, it's they've given themselves a real opportunity to just show they can operate at a different level.
There's the sweep, there's the appeal, and he's gone. Well, there's the breakthrough they needed. Zach Lancashire takes the skipper LBW. It was a big shout, and Rohit Patel is out for 5.
Well, here we go. Went for the reverse sweep. So, umpire feeling that that one was perhaps straightening just enough.
Partnership comes to an end. It was 21. Now Sheikh comes to the wicket. We'll be looking to get through the 500 run barrier at this T20 level. It's a good breakthrough there for the Dutch. 3rd wicket falls.
Just taking one more look. It came around. Wasn't sure at first if it was going down. Close call perhaps in the end. But Zach Lancashire will take that. And so will the Netherlands. They really needed to find the breakthrough, but while Ever Bertel is out there, Nepal will feel that they can just bring this home. Can they bring it home easily? Or do we have the old twisty-turny route to the conclusion of a match?
Lancashire, I thought that was close as well.
Well, there was bat in it.
Again, just clipped on the leg side.
Yeah, so a really good test here for Nepal. In a very strong position. Got wickets in hand. They've just lost one. Can they still bring it home?
Just knocked out too long on. It's going to be the single and the 100 up.
And it's the manner, if they do bring it home, it's the manner in which they do that. And it's quite interesting. This has been a terrific over from Lancashire.
We'll take just the single. 5 runs from the over, 1 wicket fell. The captain is back in the pavilion. It's 101 for 3. Well, at one point in their innings, the Netherlands, I think 5 sixes had come from Michael Levitt. He'd hit 6 of the 13 boundaries that went for 4. As that comes through, it's a mistake in the field by Ben Fletcher. And comes through, fielding short fine leg.
Well, and that is really just a tickle, and it's got 2 runs, exacerbated by the fielding error from Fletcher, but they're just so quick to take advantage.
Settle for a single there.
What we did see Netherlands do in Dundee in the ODIs was they ended up fielding a lot closer, just taking a couple of steps in off the ring. But of course now, outside the power play, the field is spread a lot more. It just must be so frustrating trying to contain them when they're so quick.
That's beautifully played. And the arms raised and the 6 achieved. This was a lovely shot. Just turned, whipped it away.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of 6s. It's been an innings that of contrast compared to Netherlands, but that was the short boundary.
It's just the second 6. There was movement, so I'm going to say, could we put the music off? Not quite sure why the music was turned on. Just the second 6 there, and the first coming from Bim Sharkey.
So they've constructed an innings in a very, very different manner to how the Netherlands did it. The Netherlands kind of had the power. Nepal have the speed.
And just having a little flash there, but it ran through safely in the end. I think the problem with the Dutch was they started to run out of bodies. The ball don't really have that issue at the moment.
No, they've got plenty in the shed.
Again, timing was good. And so forgot a little tumble and throw back in. The required run rates and the actual run rate are almost identical at the moment. It's been been a beautiful day for cricket on the south side of Glasgow. Well matched between these two, Nepal and the Netherlands. 8 overs to come. You think it's advantage to Nepal. The first game between these two just pulsed brilliantly. Nepal needed a 4 off the final ball to take it to a super over, and they got it. That's how close it went. And throughout the innings, you fancied the Dutch, then you fancied the Nepalese. That is absolutely lofted away. And that's going to take a little bit coming back. Off you go and gather. Beautifully done.
The longest pocket in the field, 85 metres. And he got every single piece of that. Just helped it on its way. Glorious shot. And Arif Sheikh, well, Bhutel has hit boundaries, not 6s, but Arif Sheikh is going the direct route. My goodness.
Sheikh just checks to see if there's been any field changes. And he says no, and that was the right decision.
They are down on troops. When it comes to bowlers, they've kind of had to piece together. Over extra cover and onto the roof. Thank you very much indeed. Over extra cover and onto the roof. Thank you very much indeed. Coming alive here now. They very much enjoying this absolute bludgeoning that's being handed out by Arif Sheikh.
.47 to win, 37. Really pushed on now. Six overs to go. They're chasing 175. They're 130 for three.
And it's going to be a free hit. So what was already an expensive over.
Adam Crows with the throw to get back in. It's tough sledding now.
Let's just take another